This is not the bike you were looking for. And so the saga continues. How much money can I dump into an ancient bike that's actually, by some standards, too small for me? It's a 24-inch. But I'm enjoying it. You know, what else do we have to do except like throw money at stuff? Now, in a local antique shop, I actually saw for $375 an intact, complete old Schwinn tank bike with the tank still on it. The only problem was it didn't have original paint. And that could be restored, but there's something about original paint that's just oh so cool. And so I looked around. It's the saga. Saga is a long, extended story that not many people want to listen to, but you do, because you're here. I looked around eBay looking for ancient frames. Clunker, it's the old style mountain bike, the original ones, Gary Fisher and et al. Anyway, I decided upon this. I had a Huffy, like I said, when I was a kid, so Huffy 24-inch was it. Bought it, you've seen it before, the seat, the really cool person seat, and I used Ace Rust Stop paint. Now this stuff was weird. I never thought it would dry. It was just sticky and tar-like for days, but now everything is good. The Ace Rust Stop paint. A cheap price on this, a deal, because the bottom part, though still strong, the metal wasn't eaten through, it's still very capable. Rusty, pitted, rough, and so I just, you know, the steel brush scrubbed off the loose paint and then just hit it with the Rust Stop, and it appears to work. I'm a fan of the Rust Stop paint. I use gloss, of course, because everything back then was glossy enamel. You don't have satin, you don't have flat, everything was gloss. That's how the world worked. Just shiny, glossy, bumpy, cover the rust paint. Red pedals, these are really the only new things on here. Those are brand new. They kind of look like the old Shimano DX, which I have on my unicycle. I like Shimano DX. Plus I thought, I'm blending eras here. 1954, and I'm assuming those rims are 1954. And the back one, I was going to lace it myself. Took the rim to the bike shop in this coaster brake that I bought. It was like, dude, we don't have the spokes for it. Nobody laces these 24 rims onto Bendix coaster brakes. And so he measured it out and said, how many crosses are you going to have? And I said 2 cross. The spoke pattern is going to be 2 cross. And he's calculating it and working really hard. Plus, I spent too much on a pair of running shoes. I thought it was $50. It was a frickin' $150. But it's an investment in my knee's health, so in for a penny, in for a pound. And so he's working really hard to figure it out. He says, I could probably use this length spokes if I do a 3-cross pattern and use extra long nipples. So I'm letting the bike guy, the owner of the bike shop, work his magic. Work his magic. I'm not going to step into that. I'm not a spoke lacing expert. Anyway, so moving right along. I love these. These are old BMX bars off an old Huffy BMX, and it doesn't have a pillow block. It's got a gooseneck. And I had to buy new old stock. That's an old bar pad there, and it has to be red because it's a red bike. Even though I'm going to get a custom little bicycle license plate. The bike's name is Merle, named after Merle Haggard. Oh yeah, America. Gonna hang right there. It's gonna say Merle. I have a picture of the Mackinac Bridge. Some people, the cool people, call it the Mackinac. And so the big thing here is I'm a fan. I wound up backtracking, and you'll see this in detail. This is an old fender off an old Huffy, a newer one, 1954 frame and wheels. 1960s rear fender with sparkly red paint. Sparkly of all things. We don't need sparkles. This is a man bike. And then I went and bought, this is exciting, a Hiawatha pre-war. Well, they said, I actually think it's a Shelby 50s Donald Duck fender, but either way, that thing is wider and it's got a slightly bigger like opening so you can put a bigger tire in. They say a 2.125, which I believe it. This little Schwinn won't fit a bigger tire. Plus, that front fender, that labeled as a pre-war Hiawatha, Don't have an issue with it. I think it's a 1950s era Shelby Donald Duck. That metal, that could have been off an old GMC truck, an old Dodge Power Wagon. It's thick, it's rugged. It even has 2 struts on it, 2 supports. Now, in for penny, in for like $1,000, I am toying with the notion of after this, I need it, I need it. He's got a raw, rusty but still solid rear fender off the same bike to match it so I can have bigger tires on this to go extra fast. And satire, you know, this is not a racing bike, this is just fun. But I need to match that. That's hand pinstriped. That's the way people used to do things back then. And you're going to be in awe. And you're going to say, John, you need to go and you need to buy that fender so you can match it. And I can paint it. I'm not going to pinstripe. I'm going to mask it, but I can make it match. Hang on to your shorts. Hang on to your shorts. Put your kids in a safe spot because you are going to see the coolest fender in the world. I'm going to do a little switch so I can see what I'm shooting at. And so I'm going to pick that camera up, be warned. Right, Mittens? And I'm going to hit that reversal button so then, oh, I can't, it's not on there anymore. Well, whatever. I'll do my best. But anyway, just wait. This is going to be so cool. It's Mittens. Look at this fender. Boys and their toys, right? And you notice screws, it didn't come with the supports, which were probably riveted, so I just put some little screws on there, and they had to be slot. But that's it. Let's just admire this little beast. I know. Actually, my wife ran to the dollar store. She's got me and her working like 24 hours a day, speeding up the progression of getting the house ready because we're having drop-in visitors tomorrow. So I just wound up steam cleaning the cement pad, painting her bathroom. I'm going up, paint her cabinets. Then I'm going to vacuum the carpets and steam clean those and clean my bathroom and clean the stovetop. The fun never stops. But I'm taking this opportunity to hide. Well, thank you for watching. You get extra points if you watch this entire video. I appreciate that it's just a goofy bit of noise onto the interwebs. Have a good one.